Hey everybody, this is Bo Sanders. I want to get you up to speed for the weekend on three things. We have a work party on Saturday, and then Sunday school, and then worship. So we'll do it in reverse. So for worship this week at 10:30, we're up to Acts 16, and I want to ask the question, is it possible the Bible is saying something much bigger and much better than we've been led to believe? Because our story this week is actually a pretty straightforward story about a jailer. He has Paul and Silas. There's an earthquake. They and the other prisoners don't run. It changes his life because he doesn't have to commit suicide for losing all of these prisoners. And then he converts. So it's a pretty straightforward story. But in context, there are two things in there that I really think we need to explore. One is, why does he convert? And there's something that he says that's really, really interesting. I want to spend some time with it. The other thing is that this story follows another story about a slave girl who could tell fortunes. And I think that the stories are paired for a very specific reason. That he is also a prisoner. Even though he's the jail keeper, he's the prisoner within a system of imprisonment that, like the girl in the fortune-telling story just before it, needs to be set free. And it's a really powerful thing. Just come Sunday, 10:30, let's talk about it. It's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. It's Communion Week. We'll celebrate communion together at the end of our gathering. So if you want to have a breakfast pastry or some bread and something like tea or coffee or juice, something from the earth, we're going to celebrate together. Now, at 9:30, before that, in order to get ready for that, I want to ask the question, why is the Bible full of stories? Let's be honest, narrative, which our Bible's full of stories, it's mostly narrative, is a very strange communication choice if you want to be clear. Because stories can be interpreted a number of ways, but I'm under the impression that there's a very specific purpose, a reason why we have stories. And I want to tell you what it is. I think it asks something of us that a how-to manual or a rule book can't, which is that we participate. I'm going to lay that out for you. So that's 9:30, same Zoom room, brainstorming, 9:30. Why is the Bible full of stories? That's going to be our topic. Now, on Saturday, we have an all-church work party. And so I need help with a couple things if you're up for it. We'll be mowing. Grass is really long. We could use some weed whacking around specifically the upper parking lot by the community garden and where the preschool comes in, where they park and where those picnic tables are. It's looking kind of shaggy over there. And then also there is a pile of brambles from, I think that's what they're called, from blackberries, from a previous work party that's just too big for me to dispose of by myself. So what I want to do is lay a big tarp over it, and then I need help turning it over, and then we'll drag it down to the pile at the back of the property by the ravine, and then dump it up there. But I can't do it by myself, so I could really use some help. There's also some weeding that needs to happen. So those are some options of things that we're going to be doing Saturday at 10 a.m. all church work party. I hope to see you there.